NATURALVERSARY. NATURALVERSARY.
Yep, that's right. It's been 5 years, guys. 5 whole years, which to some who have been natural for a while really doesn't seem like a lot. But for me, it's been challenging. It's been rewarding. It's been everything I could imagine, good and bad. So March 29th, 2010 is when I decided to go into a barbershop and say, hey, y'all need to cut all this off. I remember back then I had a hairstyle with my natural hair. Well, excuse me, with my relaxed hair. And it was actually kind of a taper cut, which is funny. Because I had it really low on the sides, kind of going down to here. Sort of like a mohawk. And then this was just relaxed and kind of spiral curled up. And I would like wear it up or what have you. But I remember, because back then 2010, I was a junior in college. So that next entire week of school, I wore a hat because I was so ashamed. And because it was so low, I had to get it so low. So what I did was I wore a hat so that I could at least get a little more peach fuzz. And it was funny because people would be like, you know, what's going on under your hat? What you got going on under there? I'm like, I got all my hair off and I'll show y'all. Just give me a week or so. Because my hair kind of was growing fast. So, you know, I would, have to get it shaped up often or cut down often. So, yeah, so I wore it out that next week after the first week of me getting it cut. And I wore it in a shortcut for about, I would say 2 months. So I cut it in March, and then in May is when I really started like wearing it out. And when I say wearing it out, I would start, well, that's just me growing it out. And whew, boy, was that a challenge, because I was not liking myself. I didn't like the way I looked. I thought I was ugly. I would cry and I would call my mom like, I can't believe I did this to my hair. Why would I do this to myself? I'm so ugly and my hair's so kinky and it's just tight and I have this Florida Evans fro, and it was just, y'all, it was terrible. It was horrible, but I would say that has been the most rewarding, seeing my hair go from nothing to, simply, I don't want to say something because I don't want to say that long hair is something, but go from having no hair to having so much hair. Like back in August of 2014, before I cut it, it was like right here. Like, that's crazy to me that my hair had even gotten that long. I had longer hair when I was relaxed too, but I loved to keep my hair short when I was relaxed. So I did that. Even though I was young, I still loved shortcuts. Even in high school, I had shortcuts. It was funny. But yeah, it's been interesting. If I had to give any tips, I would definitely say that be ready. Just be ready. You're not going to know what your hair looks like because you don't have the same hair as if you have siblings or your mom or any of your family members. You're not going to have the same hair type. My mom has different hair type from me. My sister has a different hair type from the both of us. It's all different. And it's unique in that way. So I would say be ready to be challenged. This is for my big chop ladies. If you're big chopping, this is what I would say. Be ready to be challenged. You're going to be challenged because of the fact that you are going to look at yourself in the mirror and you may not like what you see because you're so used to having hair. And one thing is that, well, for me, what it did was that it opened my eyes and it helped me not to hide behind material things such as makeup or long hair or, clothes, or it just really shows you, because you're looking in the mirror and you're stripped of your hair, you're stripped of your makeup, and you're just looking at yourself and you are discovering what is beautiful about yourself. You are discovering, what makes you you and how you're unique. I looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, wow, your girl got some nice cheekbones and my eyes. Now I see what people say. My eyes are big and, I like that. Or my lips are fuller, and that's okay because it all goes with me, and that's how God made me. And I think you really, you really show reverence and you really, give honor to your creator because of the simple fact that he made you specifically like you and specifically unique and just different from everybody else. And that's what's so amazing about natural hair, is that you can get 3 women in the room and they're not going to have the same hair. Even if it's the same hair type, I could be in the room with another person that has 4C hair and it still probably isn't going to be the same. You know what I mean? So it's just like that. If I could speak to 4C hair women and those who have cut their hair and realize that it is 4C or it's in that type 4 range, And I say that because that's who I identify with, and that's who I am. I would definitely say, like, because I feel like people think 4C hair is underrated, and I do believe it is underrated for sure, because we don't get a lot of love. Now we're coming up in the natural hair game, and we're getting some more love, and people are, recognizing us as, hey, we are an integral part to the natural hair community as well. But 4C hair is definitely underrated. But one thing for me, and this could be biased, but I feel like it's the best texture because it does exactly what we want it to do. When we see natural hair, it's big, it's unruly, it sticks up, it's just like all over the place. But our hair, we don't have to make it do that. It does that naturally for type 4 hair. Like, it just automatically, especially 4C hair, it just like really automatically, like, I don't have to do much to make my hair stand up. I mean, even if I have to do like a little something, it's not like I'm seriously like, let me force this stuff to stay up. No, this stuff stays up like on its own. I don't really have to do much for it to stay up. When I would blow my hair out when it was long, and it'd just be this big old fro. I had a fro. I didn't have to force it into a fro. It's what it is. Of course, when we wet our hair, it shrinks and it gets real tight and it looks like we don't have any hair. But I think our hair is like magic, because once it gets tight and then we blow dry it, it's like so big. Like, I used to fool people all the time. I don't know how, even now to this day, people are, oh, you cut your hair? No, I just blew it out, or I just did this. Or sometimes I don't even give them an explanation. I just say, nope, I didn't cut my hair. And they're like wondering like, wow, how did your hair do that? But I think our underrated hair is the best. And if you are a 4C woman, rock your hair proudly. Your hair might not look like everybody else's, and you might not see a lot of naturals on social media who are, 4C and who are representing for the 4C hair community. But we are out here, hear us roar, and our hair is just as beautiful as any other texture, regardless of, anything. And it's funny because this is like, you just see people's ignorance sometimes with things. It's like they see my skin tone, or they saw how my hair was before, and they'd be like, oh, wow, you got some really thick, like, I didn't think your hair was going to be like that. Yeah, I mean, just because I'm light-skinned doesn't mean my hair is going to be all soft and wavy. No, I'm black, 100% black, and this is what God gave me, and this is how my hair is, like, straight up, no chaser. This is what it is. So, I just want, I don't know. I fell back in love with my hair after I cut it for this. This is the second kind of big chop I done. And I fell back in love with it because I was hiding behind that big long hair. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So I said, hey, I'm going to get a cute, funky style. And I want to rock it. And I want to be confident with it. And I want to rock a style that you don't see. Well, now I'm starting to see more 4C hair in the tapered cut. But when the taper cut became popular, you didn't see that a lot at all. And, because you're thinking, oh, well, I have to have this curly hair to wear my hair like that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Wear your hair how you want to wear your hair. Like, don't trip. And don't let these people trip on you and tell you that your hair has to be a certain way. And for our younger generations, if you have daughters or if you have people that are younger and they look up to you, definitely be okay and be authentic with your hair and with who you are. Because I think that's what's going to help our younger generation appreciate and really, be okay with their hair. For example, my little sister, I noticed that, at one point she was really into having long braids and she had to have her hair straightened. She just had to have her hair elongated for her to feel like, she was okay. Going to a predominantly white school that she does, and we are from a predominantly white area, it's for her, it was hard to really, be in a class full of young girls and Caucasian girls who have their hair down to here and her hair is up to here and sticking, and it's just a fro, which of course we thought was beautiful, but we had to model for her that her hair is beautiful, and that's what we do. That's what my mother and I do. I think she really, realized like this is what it is, because she'd see my hair in its long state. I mean, she's 9 years old now, but what she knows is its long state. She was too young to remember 5 years ago when it was short or whatever. But, she sees it in the long state. And then when I cut it like this, I remember I walked into the house one day when they were visiting, and I was just saying, she was just like, whoa, sis, your hair, what did you do to it? And now that she sees it, she'll compliment it and she likes it. And, she's more comfortable with wearing her natural hair out. So, I mean, we just got to rock it loud, rock it proud we have 4C hair, and many of us have it, and many of us can't shy away from it. Learn your hair. My hair is dense. My hair is very coarse. My hair is kinky, and it can sometimes be on the drier side. So I have to use products that are good for my hair. There's many other things. I'll have to go do another video and have a list for you guys. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say, guys. 5 years in the making, and I'm happy as can be. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't go back to relaxed hair. And I'm just here to represent, show y'all how we do it. And that's it. March 29th, 2015. 5 years natural. Thanks you guys for listening and watching. Stay tuned. Mwah. Bye. Do you drool or snore? Really? Like really?